Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Fill me in.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los Illuminados.
Los Illuminados? That's a mouthful. Anyway, I had an unexpected run-in with the big cheese of this village.
But you're okay, right?
Yeah, but he could have killed me, but he let me live. And he mentioned something about me carrying the same blood as them. Whatever that means.
Carry the same blood. Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, there are more important things than solving riddles right now.
You're right. Hurry and find that church, Leon.
Hey guys, this is Honest Steven. Welcome back to Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. Last time we made some more progress from waking up captured with Luis in the cabin about to be executed. And now we're in a house overlooking the village on our way back to try and get into the church where we believe Ashley is hidden. The very last thing that occurred, we ran into the chieftain of the village and he nearly wrecked our shit. That wasn't fun. And then a little Easter egg. I don't know if you'd call it an Easter egg, but I call it an Easter egg. You assume you would just continue down there, no problem. But if you go back the way you came, which is the way the chief went, you get this extra little cutscene. Who could that be? Dude just Superman leaps out the window. Dedication. That's why I call it an Easter egg. Nothing comes of it, you just get a little bit of information that you would get anyway once you play the game further, so, but interesting nonetheless. Bad touch. The plot point in this regarding Leon having the same blood as the villagers is a carryover of when this was actually going to be a completely different game. The original framework of the development of this game was a lot more action oriented and actually Leon had like a tentacle that he could use for attacks, and he was he could mutate and stuff like that due to the infection that he gets, but that ended up becoming Devil May Cry. Hey look, it's Dr. Salvador, like I mentioned in the first video. I'm not supposed to be able to take him on, but my upgraded Red 9 makes it fairly easy. He's really intimidating when you don't have a good weapon. But anyway, like I was saying, the original version of Resident Evil 4 ended up becoming Devil May Cry, and you can see a lot of residual Resident Evil tidbits in that game if you play through it, which is kind of cool. Then they overhauled this game completely, and we ended up with this, which, as most people know, is one of the most well-received video games of all time. I mean, not even just most well-received Resident Evil game. It's just up there, clearing several people's top 20s, top 25s, top 10s, which is dang impressive. And now we're back to the village. These rifles are relatively forgiving in regards to scoping in, which is appreciated, considering I'm so bad aiming with a analog stick. And I mentioned it before, but it's worth repeating. If any of you think it feels boring, having me just mow the enemies down like this, feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know. I have ways around that. One of it, which is very much just very easily just buying a non-upgraded. I don't want that. A non-upgraded, a non-upgraded gun and using that, and that will level the playing field quite a lot. I mean, I have the damage reduction from Leon's body armor, which, yeah, I saw that in his store the one time, but that doesn't do nearly as much as it might seem regarding help. So having my power dropped extensively would make the game a bit more interesting overall if you find this kind of a little boring. Oh yeah, I didn't mention it, but this was also the first game to introduce the attaché case for the inventory, which is actually a very well expanded upon idea of the original Resident Evil inventory system regarding the grid. It's pretty cool because it's a smart way of limiting the player's inventory without feeling unnecessarily restrictive, but also every Resident Evil 4 player has their own preferred way of organizing this. As you can see, when I have this thing filled, everything is exactly where I need it to be. It's very nice, it's very well laid out, but go to the next guy and he'd have it completely laid out differently too. That's pretty cool. As you've probably gotten the gist of, I have very little bad to say about this game. I'd be hard pressed to find a real complaint. I mean, as you'll witness down the line, that was my bad. As you'll witness down the line, the game can drag a little bit towards the end. I feel like it's a little longer than it should be, but that's a minor criticism. I don't think it hurts the experience. It's one of those, I could have stopped 4 hours ago and would not have complained. Would not have complained. Snake. Is that a snake? No. Sometimes these boxes have snakes in them and they jump out and bite you. It really looked like a snake. This dude pops up in the most interesting of places.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. What are you selling? Is that all? I'll buy. Thank you.
I'm not selling these things because you can find jewels that you can put into them and it ups their value by a lot.
What are you buying?
This is my favorite gun in this game. This is a pretty cool one too. You unlock the ability to get it by beating the game once. There's a couple of guns I don't have unlocked. Like there's a laser gun. Can't remember what it's called, but there's I think the typewriter's in this too, which is like a Tommy gun. Chicago typewriter, that's what it's called. I don't remember how to unlock those. Now we're coming up to the actual church. Spooky cemetery. Where'd you come from? Oh, there you are. Now there's a puzzle here that is not immediately apparent. There are some unique gravestones in this cemetery. Like, here. See, this is like a Z. If you look up there, there's another 2 marker. All the twin markers. But those ones have shapes that are different from everything else, and they come into play when you get up near the church.
¡Agárrenlo!
And this is where the puzzle comes into play. So basically, you would find the 3 symbols, and you need to make them light up. As you see, you can only do it 3 notches or 4 notches, and you keep going and so on until you get them all lit up. I did not make a note of them because it's not really important. It's just a treasure. It's not a key thing, which is why they don't really indicate much presence to the...
Leon, have you reached the church yet?
Well, yeah. Sort of.
Leon, did I mention not to take the scenic route? At any rate, Ashley's probably inside that structure. Rescue her, hurry!
That's why the game doesn't really allude to the clues much. They normally fall off. As in your face as this game is in a lot of ways, it is very subtle in most, and I commend that a lot. This is a note kind of just giving you an idea of what's going on. There's not that many notes in this as there was in the earlier series, and they don't matter to the overall plot as extensively, but they're there and worth reading if you like a bit of backlog lore. See, they hide the medallions pretty. There's a point where you get a map. You just gotta look. The gun you get is the blacktail. You get a free blacktail, I think, or it might be the Punisher. It's whatever gun like pierces, and it's really handy early on because you save rounds by hitting multiple enemies, especially when they cluster up like the villagers tend to do. But let's see how many of these guys I can get. Huzzah! Got all of them. Who knew birds carried so many... What is the currency in this game? PTAS? Pitas? Pestas? Patas? I don't know. Who knew birds carried so many? It's a lot of foreshadowing. Ah, you snuck a grenade in there, you jerks. It's a lot of foreshadowing with the background noise of being in this area. Something big and angry. Interesting thing about the flash grenades. Early on, you'll use them and you go, oh, okay, it blinds the enemy and stuns them. That's nice, I guess, but I won't worry about keeping them too much, because why wouldn't I just use an incendiary grenade or an explosive grenade? Well, again, as I won't spoil, the flash grenades... I wonder what's behind that door. The flash grenades become extremely useful later on down the line. I don't remember if you have to come down here before you proceed. There's a merchant, there's some fish. Can't really get to those fish though. Yeah, ta-da! Look at all these freaking guns. He just got buku guns everywhere. Look at all them red 9s. It's like 5 of them. 4, duh. Oh, fun fact too. See how this cursor indicates that there's a target? You absolutely can kill him. And unless they change that for the Wii version, because I've never done it in this one, he doesn't come back, like, through the rest of the game. And if I saved it after killing him and load the game back up, he is gone. He's just gone. And that used to be a pretty popular way of limiting yourself. You would find the merchant early on, kill him, and then you're stuck with whatever you can find. It's pretty cool. I don't know if that was the intended purpose of being able to kill him by the developers or not, but still neat nonetheless. More traps. If you fail those QuickTime events, you're dead. It's not a, oh, you take damage, or oh, you get a setback, or oh, no, you're dead. Game over. I hope you saved it recently. As I've said, I'm really bad at aiming with analog sticks, and I would not be able to play this game nearly as skillfully as I can with the wrist movements. Some people see some people that are not fans of the Wii Remote and cursor aiming. Snake! Bastard! Where are you at? No. Jerk. Give me that. Yeah, they drop chicken eggs for some reason. It's kind of weird. It happens pretty often. Like I was saying, a lot of people that are just down on the Wii Remote's gesture controls and cursor aiming and stuff like that just assume that, oh, it makes the game super easy for you. Real players don't use it. It doesn't. It doesn't make the game super easy. If you have no familiarity with this type of muscular control in your arm, as opposed to your thumb, it doesn't. It actually might be harder for you. It just happens to be a lot better for me. There's a nest up here. If you shoot, you get this little nifty little pipe you can sell.
Un forastero!
I understand that motion controls and cursor aim controls and things like that aren't for everybody, and that's cool. You know, some people just want to play something a traditional way or the way they're familiar with and stuff, but it just automatically lumps something in as, oh, that's bad, I don't like it, there's no way it can work well. That's just silly and restrictive, in my opinion. I mean, there are some great examples of motion control done right, of cursor control done right. And I mean, heck, a lot of the best first-person shooter players and stuff like that swear by mouse and keyboard. And cursor controls with, like, a pointer controls, may not be as precise as a mouse, and not as steady as a mouse due to the stability of being mounted on a desk. It comes dang close, you know, and like, how is it okay when it's on a PC, but when it's on a Wii or whatever, it's like, oh, that's just garbage and can't work right. It's really easy to not get hit by the snake. You just keep slashing, but I don't like doing that for some subconscious reason. I'm a big dummy. Am I being followed? Yes. Oh no, it's the police guys that didn't like me. You gotta figure, if you listen, the villagers push the police truck off the cliff. So, if they were able to get his body, did he get out and run away before they pushed the truck off? Or did they go down in the pit and get his body out of the truck? Just so that they could feed thing. Who knows? Spooky. I think there's a, yeah. I don't think I need it for anything. Yeah, that's, we'll just leave it be. There's something else in one of these trees. It's been a while, I don't, nope, nope, that's the way I came. I go this way. No? What did I miss? Oh yeah, you can turn right. You don't see this path first because they want you to go up there and watch that cutscene, which is smart. Smart game design. Guide the player by what they can see. Anyway, I think it might be over here. Am I remembering wrong? I could have swore there was something in one of these trees. Oh well. Haha, I'll take you. Combine. And use. Don't need the yellow herb, but may as well use it. I'll have plenty for Ashley. Yeah, that... Nope. Even though he's just a big fat salamander, it's been mutated. You would not catch... Nope. Hooray, boss fight. Is this the first boss fight? Yeah, I think it is. We will streamline this a little bit. Ow. Yeah. So the gist of this is he's gonna drag you around and you have some limited control over the boat. Oops. And you have to avoid the debris so that you don't get knocked out of the boat. And then you're gonna find opportunities to throw harpoons at him in the mouth. It does damage. Here's the first opportunity. The game will kind of hint at where he'll be, but if you listen. Can pick up where he's going to go just from the audio. He goes under, you gotta dodge. Sometimes he'll eat you like he did the first time on me. This is a really fun take on an arena battle with a big monster. I mean, you can knock out a bit more damage while he's pulling you around like that, but it's not usually a good idea because he'll whip around out of the blue and knock you off because you can't steer till you sit back down. You can tell how long it's been since I played this, considering I immediately thought to... Damn it! Immediately thought to pull out my Magnum to kill him, and you only use harpoons here. Every time you get knocked out of the boat, no matter how fast you spam the input, he gets faster each time, and eventually you just cannot outrun him. I think it's 3, maybe 4 times. See, damn it! I shouldn't have been taking pot shots. I should have just waited. I'm getting impatient. I don't think this view really is a guarantee of anything, but sometimes it makes me think that that I'm not gonna be able to outrun him. So now we'll wait. Or we'll, yeah. Definitely a memorable boss fight. I thought he was pretty close to death, that's why I wasn't going to wait around for the last one. And just when you think, ah, man, I beat the boss, I'm in the clear, you have a quick time event, which if you fail, you die. And you have to redo the boss fight. This was one of the games that really, like, popularized quick time events, you know, along with God of War and Shenmue and stuff like that. But man, they are quite unforgiving. When you know they're coming, it's not as bad. But for a fresh player, they bring about many deaths. And there we have it. Thanks to that boss fight. This is going to be a longer episode. I apologize for that. Hopefully you found it entertaining. Since it was so prevalent this time, what are your thoughts on quick time events overall? In the last generation, they got kind of out of hand with how much they were showing up, but I feel like they can be done well, and they have a place. Not in cutscenes. I really wish they weren't using cutscenes so much, but general gameplay has their place, you know, and I could go either way. You know, I don't mind that we're moving away from them a bit, but some games, you know, they really make it all about the quick time events, like Asura's Wrath. So let me know what you think and get a conversation going on that. For now, that'll be all. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found the video to be worthwhile. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will continue to do my best to bring you the most honest opinion you can find on the internet. And I will talk to you next time. See you later.